lovers, it's DMarieLuv on Keep It Scripted. Welcome back to my channel. Let's welcome back Vampire Diaries Season 8, the final season. If you didn't see it, I did a reaction video to the first episode of Season 8, so you can watch that here. This is going to be my official review. I had a lot of high hopes for this episode and expectations, things I wanted to see, things I was sure I was going to see. I didn't know if I was going to see a Salvatore reunion just yet. I thought maybe they would tease us with that and getting real close, but then like not so close, kind of like Game of Thrones did with the Starks, and Walking Dead did every season with separating the group and then taking forever for them to reunite. But nope. Episode 1, Salvatore brothers reunited after months of being apart, and Bonnie, and it just didn't go how Bonnie and Stefan wanted it to go. Just to start with the other storylines before we get to the juicy one, we have Stefan and Caroline, full-blown relationship, and Alaric is all alone. He's just into his kids. He suggests by the end of the episode that Caroline and Stefan should be living together, and she's like, you know what, I agree. You know, Stefan's like, you know what, I agree too. And it's just kind of like whatever. Storyline is not the relationship that I'm invested in at this point of the show. I know I make like little comments, shady comments about it, but I don't like hate it or whatever. Most importantly, you know, I do want Stefan to be happy. They just don't excite me like other ships on this show have, and there's not like a current active ship right now that really excites me, like one that's romantically canon. Bonnie and Enzo are cute, but when you look at the history of their relationship after they became romantic, they became boring. Before they got together and they were having a lot of interactions, there was a lot of back and forth and not liking each other, but it was more interesting to watch. And then they got together and I was like, okay, this is really cute. But then seeing the history, I'm like, okay, they were basically together in like a cabin for 3 years and never really did anything exciting. They read books, played guitar, got it on, ate and read books and played guitar. Like, that's not like, that's cool, but like for 3 years, that's not like a really exciting, interesting, compelling relationship. And then Caroline had the nerve to be feeling some way about the nanny. If she's a good nanny, why do you care if Alaric is checking her out a little bit? Like, you left him for Stefan, okay? You guys broke up and you was making out with Stefan the same day, so don't worry about Alaric and his nanny. The main plot point was Bonnie and Stefan going after Enzo and Damon. It turned out that Enzo was intentionally leaving clues behind for Bonnie to find him. Then when Bonnie finds him, he doesn't say not one word to her, which obviously hurt her, but she understood why that happened and that it wasn't him. He doesn't have control. But he said he's down to 2%, so that 2% was enough for him to leave those clues. And I was suspecting, because he said Siren once casually, and then they was bringing it up again and reading the whole story about it. I was like, okay, this is hints, foreshadowing. That's what this is, and that was true. This Siren is going to be a villain like we've never seen before in the Vampire Diaries, and that's exactly what they need. And I said it before, Reina as Season 7's villain was not doing it for me. She was not like a great villain, and Vampire Diaries has had great villains. We've had Catherine. Come on now, she kicked off. I mean, I'm starting with Catherine. We need to start with Damon. He was a great villain. He just wasn't a full-blown villain for very long. Then we had Catherine, and then we had Klaus. Klaus is one of the best villains that Vampire Diaries has had, if not the best. I guess it is debatable. And then Season 5 we had Sellers, and I was like, and then we finally, you know, they got it back with Kai. And Kai is a hard-ass act to follow, and I did not feel like Reina filled his shoes properly. I didn't expect her to be like Kai. I'm not saying she wasn't like badass, but she wasn't like an interesting, compelling villain to me, and I just didn't care about her. I didn't care when she died. I didn't feel like any kind of emptiness. I didn't hate her. You know what I mean? Like, with certain people, there's times like I hated Klaus. Like, he was hot, but I hated him so much. And you're supposed to hate your villains. And I didn't hate Reina. I was indifferent to her, and I was just like, couldn't she just be dead already so we can move on? And we moved on to this Siren who's really freaking hot, and she came out of that pool of blood like, I'm here, bitches, and you're mine. So I'm just really curious on how that's gonna go, because she's a Siren, so her target is men, and she has these two very hot entities working for her. So is it going to be just purely evil? She wants to kill and do bad things? Is she going to try to like have these men, Damon and Enzo, like her sex slaves who also do her bidding, or like what's gonna be the deal with her? And hopefully they don't humanize her in any way, okay? Vampire Diaries, please keep her a villain. I don't think there's ever been a time when the villain was completely a villain, you know, for the full way through, at least not with the good ones. As for the episode as a whole though, I didn't love it. Definitely not my favorite season premiere, definitely not. Which is a little disappointing because this is the very last go round. This needs to be one of the most memorable seasons. I like the callback to season 1 with the hello brother and the way Stefan and Damon came across each other. I like that, and Damon's kind of back to blaming Stefan for how his life turned out, which I don't like. And then Stefan was all hurt about it, but it's like, you know, he doesn't have humanity. Even if that means he says things that he really feels. It's not like he won't forgive you. This is not a huge deal, but that was them just trying to create another emotional moment. But we've already had so many of these moments with the Salvatores. It's kind of like, we've seen this already. Let's go on to different things. My girl Bonnie, she's alone, and I don't feel like Caroline is stepping up as her best friend. Did she call at all and like check on Bonnie in this episode? Has she been doing that? Hopefully she has been doing that, and they just didn't show it this particular episode. Bonnie is crushed. She's in this cabin that she shared with Enzo all by herself, and she doesn't even have her best friend Damon to call on and distract her for a little bit and get into some trouble with. Drink that nasty bourbon way. I like this Stefan and Bonnie hanging out and doing things together. Remember when he used to always ask her for favors back in the day when she hated Damon and like Stefan was her favorite Salvatore? They were being like real like broody and somber this episode, which makes sense, but it just wasn't any type of fun. There wasn't like as much action as I wanted to see. They killed the nanny. I was like, alright, just leave her dead, you know what I mean? And then they killed the girl who killed the nanny, but nobody cares about that. So I just wanted a little bit more, so I would give it like a B minus, maybe even a C plus. It wasn't an A. It wasn't a total win. It wasn't a 100%. I don't know what kind of scale I should use to rate these damn episodes. It just wasn't the greatest, alright? But here's to hoping that the rest of the season picks up now that we've officially introduced the villain. And I don't need any more of the sappy Delana scenes. It was nice when we did it for the finale last year, and it gave me tear and eye, but this time I just was like, oh, whatever. He's supposed to be without humanity. Why is he having these corny ass dreams, man? It's fucking Damon, like, man up. I'm determined to stick it out to the end, and they better go out with a bang. It better be good. Here's to hoping, you know, next episode is a little bit more exciting, like season 7 was. Thank you so much for watching my official review of Vampire Diaries season 8 episode 1. Hello, brother. Please leave a comment and let me know what you thought about this episode, what you expect for the season maybe, and can you give this video a thumbs up? That would be awesome. Please subscribe on your way out. Keep it scripted. A lot more videos to come. Please stay tuned in. Listen to my podcast every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. The Lounge on Spreaker.com/KBLP. We're on break right now to November 9th, but November 9th we will be returning to The Lounge. Thank you so much for watching. It's DMarieLuv on Keep It Scripted. Bye.